Hey, listen, we're at Whole Foods Market here in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. And there are regional events that are going on all across the United States. We're with the Best Butcher Contest and the Best Fishmonger Face-Off. So what we're going to do today is just watch that. You're going to watch some excellent people work on different types of foods. Totally amazing. Okay, so we're cooking here at Whole Foods Market. I'm with Jennifer. Jennifer, thanks for letting me cook with you here a little bit today.
Absolutely, we're so excited to have you here.
Now, we're cooking blueberry barbecue sauce. That is wild.
You know, it's a great twist on an old favorite. You know, everybody's barbecuing this time of year, but it's nice to be able to put that sort of fresh spin on it. In this case, we've gone with blueberries, which are really coming into season now. It's a nice way to balance that fruit with the smokiness. And, you know, it never hurts to get a little extra fruit in there as well.
So we're actually making this from scratch, not pouring blueberries into something that's already made.
It is from scratch, but that shouldn't intimidate folks.
Oh, no, it looks fairly easy.
You know, a lot of it's just throwing those components into a pot, giving them the time to cook down, those flavors, a chance to meld together. It does still have some of the traditional components. It is a little bit different. It is one of our Health Starts Here recipes. And because of that, it's not going to have any extracted oils or refined sugars. It gets its sweetness from the blueberries, from a little bit of honey. It does still have that tomato paste, a little bit of apple cider vinegar in there.
Okay.
So the flavor is something that people are used to, but it's just dressed up and made a little bit healthier.
So basically in a saucepan, you're going to put the blueberries, the onion, the jalapeno.
I started with actually caramelizing the onions a little bit. I'm a huge fan of building those layers of flavor.
Yeah.
So you do the onions, and then everything else just gets dumped into the pot. The blueberries, the tomato sauce, or the tomato paste.
Then you let that cook a little bit.
Let it cook down. This is really what it comes out looking like at the end. For this, I actually took half of it and pureed it, and then left half of it chunky. So you get that sort of blend of textures.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. So then basically you take this just like you would a barbecue sauce and put it on whatever you're going to put it on.
Exactly.
You got some tofu.
Today I chose some tofu just as a nice way to let folks actually taste that barbecue sauce. The nice thing about tofu, of course, is it really takes on the flavor of whatever you cook it.
Exactly.
So here it's a nice way to taste it, but you could certainly use it with pork, with chicken, with some nice fresh fish.
So this is something that's already cooked here.
It's already cooked. It's waiting for you to try it.
Now, would you try this on halibut too?
I think it would be great on halibut. I think a nice fresh green salad on the bottom with some barbecued halibut on top.
Kind of sweet, and it doesn't overpower the it would be the meat or the whatever you put it on.
Yeah.
Cool. So we're going to put this right on the show here so people can take a look at it.
Absolutely.
And do you actually come to people's houses and do this, or you just...
I don't come to people's houses. I am in charge of the program here in our store, so I hold classes. I do meetings, we do a book club. We're lucky enough that actually all of our Triangle area stores have a healthy eating specialist. So everybody's got somebody like me who's available for cooking, talking about healthy eating, healthy lifestyles.
That's really nice, you know that?
It really is. It's a wonderful aspect of Whole Foods Market, I believe.
So regardless if you're in North Raleigh, Chapel Hill, Cary, California, wherever you're watching the show, you can go to your Whole Foods store and get some advice.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thanks for letting me be here today with you.
Thank you. We're so happy to have you.
Oh, glad to be here. Okay, so here we are at Whole Foods. We're in a little cooking segment here, and I'm with Michelle. Michelle, we're making Vietnamese
beef stew, or pho. P-H-O is how it's spelled.
Pho.
Pho, yes.
Okay, so how do we do this?
Okay, what I did was I got the beef broth. We used low sodium beef broth. And
just like into one of those boxes or
right,
cans.
Just
okay.
Right, Pacific, the organic Pacific. And what I did was, in the back, we had sliced up the ginger and the garlic, and we got that into this, to the broth, and cooked that for just a little while, for some reason, anyway. And we used, oh gosh, the ginger. I love ginger. Cut up the ginger. I know, I need bifocals. Cut up the ginger discs, the garlic. Oh, and the anise too, star pods. I almost forgot about that. That's an ingredient that I don't use that often. And let that kind of cook down for about 20 minutes.
Okay.
And add the broth with it, the shiitake mushrooms. And then with the beef, we used beef and sliced it very thinly, raw, and we did like a prosciutto, extremely thin.
Boy, it is thin. Look at that.
See,
like almost like a real thin bacon.
oh yes.
Wow, that is
Isn't
just.
that beautiful? And what I do is
So then you put it all together. You
put it all
assemble
together.
it.
Right, we
Okay.
assemble it. And it's very easy. You get the broth really, really hot with the shiitake mushrooms in it.
So like if you were making this at home, you would have all this stuff on the table where
Right.
everybody's sitting,
Where everybody
and give everybody a bowl, and then just go from there.
Right,
So
exactly.
you start with the broth with the
Start
mushrooms
with
and everything. in it.
Really hot, as you can see,
It's
kind
boiling.
of boiling. And then I'm taking the very thin slices of the beef. Yeah, this is a really great way to have, family gatherings,
Yeah.
friends, some nice sake.
You just stick it right in there and it cooks it while it's.
and it does cook it.
'Cause it's so thin, really.
Because it's so thin. Exactly. And you just give it a chance. You see how it goes from
Yeah, look at that.
the bright pink to the kind of dull color.
So if you wanted rare meat, you could eat it right away.
You could, definitely. My uncle would love that.
Mm.
And so then you take the cellophane noodles, which are gluten-free, and you put that in there and let that get in there nicely. The mung beans, we chose organic from the produce department, and it's so good.
Awesome. Wow.
You just assemble it nicely. You have your basil.
Okay, well.
And the nice thing is, if people don't like cilantro, you can not put cilantro in it.
Like we're ready?
And of course, with any kind of cooking, we were light on the salt. So if you want, you can add
some salt to it.
or not. And then just a spoon. There's nice silverware.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely
And serve
incredible.
it.
Yes, and serve
Very
it.
healthy.
And we always have recipes too. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
All right.
we'll have this recipe right on the show here, or you can go online and look at it.
Definitely.
What an easy thing to do, a fun thing to do.
I love this. I've never done this before, so it was fun.
You learn something new every day.
You do. Definitely.
That's what the show's all about, loving life. So I love eating at a good place that's authentic, whether that's Mexican, Italian, whatever it may be. So we're at the James Joyce
Get some help?
Irish Pub here in right downtown. We're just right in downtown Durham, right close to you. So I'm going to talk to Jimmy. He's the chef here. He's going to give us kind of an idea of what they have here
Put it right here.
to eat. Jimmy, how you doing, man?
Doing good. How are you?
Listen, you said some of your favorite things that you make here. What are they?
I think my most favorite things to make are pretty much our traditional Irish dishes here. The fish and chips is a great dish. So is our shepherd's pie, fingers and mash, and it really kind of brings out the authenticity of an Irish pub.
Okay. You guys have been here about 15 years, so
Yep.
good and established.
Yes.
And you get a clientele of all different kinds of people.
Yes, we do. Everything from college students to research scientists to doctors, lawyers, all over the place.
And families are welcome, even though it's a pub.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's a family place.
Definitely. Yes.
Well, if you don't mind, I'm going to try the bangers and mash and just see what it tastes like. See if it's up to snuff here.
All right, that sounds great.
Is that okay?
Sure is.
So we're here at James Joyce Irish Pub, right down here in downtown Durham. And I tell you what, the food is amazing. Now this is what they call bangers and mash. Evidently it's sausage and mashed potatoes with some gravy. Can't wait to dig in. So here we go. I'll let you know.